Part of the order for the Pirates in the top of the fifth: McCutchen, Morneau, and Bird. Andrew has singled and flied out. Pretty darn good shot at the MVP award. Molina and Matt Carpenter might split the Cardinal vote. Paul Goldschmidt will get a lot of support for the D-backs, but they didn't make the postseason. So McCutchen might be the guy.
Many touting Freddie Freeman.
Terrific year for the Braves.
I think Andrew McCutchen, with how he's established himself as a quality player and person in Pittsburgh. You hear athletes known by their first name: Magic, Michael, Reggie. Andrew or Kutch will fit that category in Pittsburgh.
Unless a trend begins and people start referring to him as Lawrence.
Yeah.
Tried to get that started a few innings ago, inadvertently.
Well, he got 2 hits yesterday off Adam Wainwright, and one of the things where you look beyond the numbers of a player, how does he hit good pitching? And he has proven that he already has a hit today, and in playoff atmosphere he can hit top line pitching.
Still 1-2.
For a little guy, he's I say little, he's like 5'10", but I was talking to Clint Hurdle about his hitting approach. He doesn't lash at the ball with his hands, but if almost like a golfer, he fires that right shoulder through the hitting area more so than most.
Didn't check. He's gone. Toward left center field. Jay going back, looking up. It's off the wall. Morneau on his way for 2 and in there with a 1-out double. Single and a double and 3 trips for Morneau. 6 hits for the Pirates off Lynn. And here's Bird. Shelby Miller back up and throwing in the Cardinal bullpen. Bird skies one to right center. Jay going back, way back, and this one will bounce over the wall and bring home a run. Started out like a lazy fly ball. Winds up bouncing on the warning track and up into the seats.
But just a few slip-ups in the field by the Cardinals and a couple of hittable pitches add up to a 4-0 lead.
Seth Maness now joins Shelby Miller in the Cardinal bullpen. Alvarez has a double and a homer in 2 trips. He has homered in both games of this series after tying Paul Goldschmidt of the D-backs for the league lead with 36 during the regular season. Nowhere near the 53 Chris Davis hit for Baltimore to lead the majors.
Looks like they're going to pitch around Alvarez. I'm surprised they just don't go ahead and walk him. Russell Martin, a good clutch hitter, but I think they'd take their chances on righty against righty.
And the possibility of a double play.
That's way outside.
Oh, they're just about walking him intentionally.
They're hoping he'll bite at one of those.
And now they'll probably just throw the 4th one high and wide intentionally, although Molina gets down in his crouch.
Well, if he doesn't, Alvarez will be hitting.
Sets up outside. That's ball 4. Seth Maness, who just got up and began to throw, is a double play machine. 16 double play groundouts induced by Maness this year, the most among National League relievers. And Matheny goes to the bullpen, and let's see if it is Maness. Miller has also been throwing. The T-Mobile pitching change brings in Seth Maness, who gets a called strike. Lance Lynn was great in September. His October starts poorly. Maness made 66 appearances after his May debut, the most in the National League in that span. He's 24 years old, 6 feet tall, 190, from Southern Pines, North Carolina. His 1-1 to Martin is up and in.
You see that pitching motion, and one of the ways a pitcher can find the right arm slot is to field ground balls, and Maness was a former shortstop. Watch how quickly he gets the ball out of the glove up in the throwing position. That's how he can get on top of it and get sinking action.
And he has one of the highest ground ball rates in all the major leagues for the season, and as I mentioned, 16 double plays induced, the top figure in the league.
Yeah, see that arm just comes right up above his head. Very easy to get on top of the ball and get it to sink from that arm angle.
Toward the hole and through, as Descalso can't flag it down. It'll be an RBI hit for Martin. Bird hustles home, and it's 5-0 Pirates. Mercer, backhanded by Descalso. There's one, but Carpenter juggles it and can't turn it. They had time, but he couldn't find the handle. In any case, even if the Cardinals should rally and the Pirates come home down 0-2, but if this holds up and they come back with the series even at 1, the atmosphere will be something to savor in Pittsburgh. The baseball atmosphere in St. Louis, always top of the chart, but it's been a long time for the Pirates and their fans.
And what Cole and the Pirates have done a good job of today, coming off that 9-1 win yesterday, is they've never really given this crowd much to get excited about. So they've been able to keep them quiet. That won't be the case in Pittsburgh. They start from the time the gates open.
Cardinals have been to the playoffs 11 times since the Pirates last made it in '92. They've been to the World Series 6 times since the Pirates were last there and won it in 1979. '20 consecutive losing seasons between the heartbreak of '92 against the Braves to this year. The 1-2, and Cole fights it off. What's the atmosphere like? Not just at PNC Park, which is one of the most beautiful ballparks in the major leagues, but Clint Hurdle, not bragging, just shaking his head in amazement, tells this story. He walked into a Starbucks this summer and got a standing ovation from all the patrons, and I assume the baristas as well. I asked him, what was your order? He said, same as always, quad vente, non-fat, no whip, 2-pump mocha. Line drive at Adams, and the Pirates will settle for 2. But that ups their lead to 5-0. After he told me his Starbucks order, Hurdle said, I'm discovering my sensitive side.